Okay, this is the last video for the table. You can see on this one table here, I've already put in the little brackets. This is just to help keep things nice and straight. It adds a little bit more stability to the table. And once you are done with this step, then you can go right on to painting and decorating. This one I'm going to paint red because I would like it to go with these chairs. And this one over here is going to be pink to go with the other chairs. Now, in the instructions, I think I put these at like 1.5 millimeters. I decided that 2 worked a lot better. 2 centimeters. And you can see, this is what it looks like when I cut it. Just cut it first. And then this one, you can see I've sanded it on either side. So it's like a 45-degree angle. And that's so when you put these next to each other, next to the boards, they'll lay nice and flat. If you don't do that, it'll, come here you, it'll look like this, which it's your choice. If you want to sand them, sand them. If you don't, don't. And that's why you keep these little script scraps around. This is what we're going to cut these out of. Now, I've already measured this at about 2 centimeters. Just a skosh over. I'm going to do a little sanding on it anyway. And then what I like to do, because these are on the underside of the table, I'm just going to, they're tiny little pieces. I'm just going to hold one up next to it and cut it off. I don't know why it's like I can cut like so easily when I'm like not on screen. The minute I start taking a video, it's like nothing wants to work. Okay. Now, one of the reasons why you want to use some of the boards, so little the extras off some of the boards that you've used to make these side pieces, is because they'll all be relatively the same width. That way you won't have one of these bracers popping up. It won't be taller than this right here. It'll be the same height. So now I've sanded that one. I'm going to sand these. I just have a little sandpaper wrapped around here, and it's not perfect. I just sand it until I get an angle that I like, and I do that to all of them. It doesn't take very long. There's 2 I've got done. Here's the 3rd one. Okay, that one looks good. A little bit more on that one. Okay, that one looks, oops, pretty good. Didn't mean to hit the and you can tell I'm actually moving this back and forth a lot more than I am. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now it's time to glue these in. Now, one of the tools that you'll want to use for this, I think using a pair of offset tweezers works really nicely for this. You add a little glue, just a little tiny bit, to the one side, and you can see about how much I put on there. It wasn't a whole lot. And now I have this, and I'm going to come down here. It's just because your fingers are actually kind of big, and getting it placed exactly where you want it is easier if your fingers aren't in the way. So I'm adding a little glue, and that looks like a little bit too much glue on that one side. I'm going to take a little bit of that off. Here we go. I can see more easily where I'm placing things and kind of press it in a little bit. Now, if you choose not to do this step or you don't want to sand these, that's your choice. I'm not going to show up at your house and berate you for it. These are your things and you can do them the way that you would like them. I'm just showing you the way that I do them. So I think there's part of me that's like, so people know like exactly how much work I put into things. I had there's a person that I saw had uploaded some new pieces to her close that shop, and she was selling them for like $400 a piece, and she's already sold, I think she uploaded like 10 of them. She's already sold 4 of them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my girl can dream. Okay, now your chair is completely done, and you can go on to painting. I'm gonna turn this camera a little bit more like this. So now this one I'm going to make pink. If I can get my light to stay. And this one I'm going to paint red. Although now you can kind of see what everybody looks like underneath the little. I think they look very sweet. It's a really, really super easy way to make a table, any table for a dollhouse. You can take these techniques and just change the size of it, make it smaller, make it half size. You don't have to make it the same size as I did. With just a little bit of math, you can change these around any way that you would like to change them. So that is the end of the table making. There's the original that I made, and the chair. I think I got another one up here. The chairs. So now we're going to go on to the hutch, and I've got the hutch pattern completed. The hutch pattern is not going to be nearly as complicated as these chairs. I honestly did not realize how stinking complicated these chairs are. And when I say complicated, it's something that I'm used to just sitting down. I'm just going to do this. But it's very different when you're trying to teach someone something that you do. You know, I just sat down and did this. But to show someone in a way in which they will hopefully understand your directions, it's a lot more difficult. So I hope that I've done a fairly okay job. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know, and I will answer them and help you out. Maybe any additional videos that you would like to see, or a tutorial, something better explained. Because this is, I'm thinking of you as like my students, and when you're talking with your students, I can look out at a group of students and I can know by the look on their faces whether they got it or not. So I can't see you. So if you've got questions, let me know. And the next videos for Friends of Madiele, thank you very much, my beautiful, beautiful patrons. Susie S., Nicole L., Daniel P., Marion K., Heidi K., Anlin K., and Aileen P. Sorry, I got that wrong. Thank you very much for being my patrons and helping me out during this this time in my life. And I will see you in the next video.